Friends, the story begins in an endless ocean. We see a Korean couple enjoying their time happily. They were busy catching fish and having fun. But suddenly, a white shark appears under their boat. Because of this, the boat flips over and the girl falls into the water. She tries to climb back onto the boat and thinks she is safe. But at that moment, the same shark returns and pulls her into the water. After that, everything becomes silent, and the water turns red with blood. This was just the introduction to the story, which tells us how scary things are going to get. On the other side, we see a girl named Yuli. She picks up her surfing board from the shore and goes into the big waves for surfing. She was surfing with great skill on the high waves. This showed that Yuli was an experienced surfer. When she returns to the shore, a boy named John praises her skills. He tells her that she should take part in a competition. But just then his girlfriend Shinzo arrives. She is also Yuli's cousin. Yuli had never told her sister that John flirted with her. Actually, today was Shinzo's birthday, and for this special occasion, John had prepared a surprise gift for her. The three of them get on a yacht that John had specially booked for the day. They were all very happy. But suddenly, a girl named Clara comes out of the yacht. She was the supervisor and was in charge of everything. Seeing her, Shinzo's mood turns bad. She didn't want anyone else to be with them on her special day. John understands this but stays quiet because he doesn't want to ruin the mood. He simply continues to drive the boat forward. After a while, they reach the middle of the ocean. John stops the boat because their plan was to catch fish here. Yuli was in a hurry, so she quickly jumped into the water to enjoy the deep ocean waves. Meanwhile, on the yacht, a small argument was still going on between the three. John looks through his binoculars and sees an unknown boat far away. He is surprised to see a boat in such an empty area. But we already know that there must be some mystery behind this abandoned boat. When Clara gets close to John, Shinzo does not like it. She deliberately pushes Clara, causing her to fall straight into the water. Since Clara did not know how to swim, John was forced to jump into the water to save her. But as soon as he went in, Shinzo also jumped after him. She wanted John to save her first instead of Clara. However, John knew his girlfriend very well. That's why he chose to save Clara first, as she could drown. He brings Clara to the front side of the yacht. But then he realizes that the yacht's door is locked from the inside. He tries to climb up, but there were no stairs on the yacht. Meanwhile, Yuli also comes up to the water's surface and reaches the front side of the yacht with her sister. But as soon as she looks down into the water, she notices some movement. And it was nothing else but the same terrifying white shark. Friends, if you are watching this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Suddenly, the shark rushes in and grabs Clara in its jaws first. In the blink of an eye, the water turns red with blood. Everyone gets scared and starts running in different directions. Yuli quickly runs toward the mysterious boat and climbs onto it. She picks up a sharp weapon from there and tries to protect herself. There was no sign of the others yet, but the shark was still nearby, as Yuli could hear its sound. Suddenly, she sees that Shinzo and John have also reached the same boat. She immediately extends her hand and pulls them up quickly. But as soon as Shinzo climbs up, it is revealed that the shark had bitten her leg, and blood was constantly flowing from her wound. Due to blood loss, Shinzo faints. John immediately tears a piece from his t-shirt and ties it around her wound to slow down the bleeding. Now they had to return to their yacht as soon as possible. The boat they were on was too small, and the shark could attack again at any moment. But another problem stood in their way. The boat's anchor was stuck in a rock below. Because of this, it could neither move forward nor backward. Someone had to go down and remove the anchor. Yuli was the best swimmer, so she agreed to do it. Yuli prepared to dive down, but this task was full of danger. The shark was already waiting for them. Now it had also smelled Shinzo's blood. Because of this, it became even more alert. But Yuli did not lose courage. She went deep into the water. After a short time, she found the rope that was tied to the anchor. She quickly untied it and started swimming back up. As she reached the surface, the shark rushed towards her again. But John was already careful. On the other hand, Shinzo had also regained consciousness. Both of them sat in the middle of the yacht and held the same sharp weapon in their hands. Yuli held her breath and waited for the right moment. As soon as she got the chance, she immediately jumped out of the water. After that, they all used their full strength to push the boat forward. But this was not easy. It required a lot of energy. On top of that, the bright sunlight was shining on them. Because of this, they started feeling even more tired. During this, John suddenly looked at Yuli and spoke. He said, A person's true nature is revealed in difficult times. He blamed Yuli in front of Shinzo. He said that everything happened because of her. He said, "This is all your fault. You were the one who came up with this trip idea. That's why I purposely brought Clara with me. I was having an affair with her. Today I was going to break up with her." Hearing this, Yuli got angry. She slapped John hard across the face. But at that moment, the shark moved again. It started circling around the boat. A few moments later, it suddenly jumped out of the water. Because of this, the boat almost flipped over. John's mind was completely blank. He told Shinzo, "We have to swim to our yacht." But Shinzo called him crazy and refused. She said, "Have you lost your mind? If we go into the water, we will all die." But John did not listen to her. He forcefully pushed Shinzo into the water. Then he grabbed the rope and jumped in himself so that he could reach the yacht quickly. But this was not easy at all. The shark was already waiting for a chance. As soon as it smelled Clara's blood, it started moving towards them. But at the exact moment, Yuli jumped into the water to save her sister. Yuli quickly came back up. On the other hand, John swam fast and reached the yacht. He smiled when he saw both of them. He was happy that his life was saved. He tried to climb onto the yacht. But luck was not on his side. Suddenly his foot slipped. He fell straight into the water. In the next moment, the water turned red. Shinzo watched this with her own eyes. She could not believe that she got such a terrifying surprise on her birthday. A few moments ago, everyone was happy. But Yuli felt that everything was right. From the start, she never trusted John. She never thought of him as a good person. And today, John proved himself wrong. Now, only 2 people were left on the boat. But their journey ahead was going to be even more dangerous. The sun was burning above their heads. They had not eaten or drunk anything for several days. Because of this, they started feeling weak due to dehydration. Soon both of them lost consciousness. When they opened their eyes, it was already night. The ocean felt even more dangerous and scary at night. Yuli said, "We have to reach that buoy somehow." These buoys are placed at specific distances in the sea, but to reach there they would have to swim because their boat had a hole in it. As soon as they jumped into the water, the shark started moving toward them. It seemed as if it had decided that today it would finish them no matter what. But Yuli quickly attacked the shark with a sharp weapon. The shark got a small wound, but such a small injury could not harm a great white shark. Instead, it became even angrier and started circling the boat at high speed. Then, with one sudden movement, it turned their boat upside down. Now they had no other choice except to swim to the buoy, but they could not forget that they were in the water, which was the shark's territory. They had to reach there as fast as possible. Yuli swam quickly and reached the buoy, but Shinzo's injured leg did not allow her to swim fast. Her wound was bleeding continuously, and the smell of blood reached the shark. It rushed toward Shinzo at full speed. Yuli used all her strength to pull her sister toward the buoy, but she could not succeed. The shark grabbed Shinzo in its jaws. Right in front of Yuli's eyes, the shark dragged her away. She watched helplessly but could not do anything. Now Yuli was alone in the ocean. 2 days ago there were 4 people here, but now only she was alive in an injured condition. The greatest pain for her was losing her sister. She was completely broken inside and could not believe that her sister was gone forever. After some time, Yuli started checking the things inside the buoy to find something useful. She found a bottle of water, some flares and petrol. She immediately drank the entire bottle because she had not drunk water for several days. She thought that if any ship passed by, she could light a flare to signal for help. This actually happened, but by the time she woke up and fired the flare, the ship had already gone far away. In front of her eyes, all her hopes started to shatter. She just sat there, but the light from the flare attracted the shark toward her. The shark started attacking continuously. Just then, Yuli saw the sharp weapon floating in the water. She immediately picked it up and started attacking the shark. Suddenly, the shark makes a powerful leap over the buoy, revealing its entire body for the first time. Yuli becomes terrified at this sight and starts crying. At that very moment, the shark forcefully attacks the buoy, splitting it into 2 pieces. As a result, Yuli falls into the water, making it even easier for the shark to reach her. Now it could hunt her without any trouble. But Yuli was not someone who gave up easily. She quickly resurfaces and notices a large rock a short distance away. Without wasting any time, she starts swimming toward it, but the shark is right behind her. At the last moment, she manages to climb onto the rock. Otherwise, the shark had already opened its jaws wide and was just about to swallow her whole. After some time, the sun rises and an idea strikes Yuli's mind. She thinks she can use the petrol to burn and kill the shark, but first she has to lure it closer. The shark is already circling nearby, but as time passes, it starts moving away. Yuli has been starving for days, so she eats the insects on the rock to regain some energy. Then she notices that the shark has disappeared from sight. Seizing the opportunity, she quickly jumps into the water, grabs the petrol can and climbs back onto the rock. But the shark was incredibly smart. This time, instead of attacking from the front, it struck from behind. Because of this, Yuli suddenly falls into the water, and the petrol can slips from her hands. However, she quickly regains control, grabs the can again and climbs back onto the rock. Now the shark had gone completely mad. It was continuously attacking Yuli, trying every possible way to devour her. But Yuli decided to take advantage of this moment. Seeing the right opportunity, she throws the petrol can into the shark's mouth and immediately fires the flare. The next moment, a massive explosion occurs and the shark, severely injured, begins sinking into the deep waters. Without wasting any time, Yuli swims toward the yacht, climbs aboard, starts the engine and speeds away from the deadly scene. Meanwhile, the wounded shark, struggling to survive, tries to escape in another direction. But suddenly, an even larger shark appears and swallows it in a single instant. And with that, this story comes to an end. Friends, if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.